What's going on YouTube? It's Matt back again here with another medical device sales video. Does this sound like you constantly walking into doctors and physicians and surgeon offices only to find out that they use somebody else and they're completely happy with their service? Then honestly, what do? I mean, do you go back to the drawing board? Do you try other avenues to get them, or do you just give up? So in this video today, we're going to talk about common ways to overcome that. But first, if you would not mind, in the bottom right corner of your screen, there is a click me button. Hitting this is one of the only ways I grow, along with the like button and along with leaving me a comment. So if you can do that, I would appreciate all of that. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so numero uno. This is going to be, you walk into a physician's office, you try to get a meeting, but they say we're completely happy with the other rep. So how do you work around this? You have to paint the picture like you're not there to be a threat, okay? Because I imagine the device that you're selling probably is better for a certain population of patients or a certain aspect of their medicine than the device that they're using now. So what I've done in order to get in the door at some of these practices is essentially, paint the picture, be like, look, I'm not trying to upset, or break apart a healthy household, but I do think that what I have here would benefit a certain patient better than the one that you're using. Would you be willing to give it a try? Let me help you with the service that I provide. It won't be any extra, time to your staff, and just see how it goes. I mean, you're not going to convert a physician from what they've been doing for years instantly. It just never happens because they've been doing stuff with success with a certain company for a certain amount of time. They're not going to give it to you immediately. So you got to be happy with the slow process and working your way in there over time, and do not give up. And another one is, coming in at number 2, no new clinical data. So depending on what company you work at, you're going to have to go with what you got as far as clinical data goes. So if your data dates all the way back to 1999 and there hasn't been anything recently, and other competitors have things that have happened recently, you got to look at your product. If your product is something that is not changing, like it does the same thing that it did 20 years ago, you have to let them know that. You have to be like, look, we did a study at a certain point in time. The human body has not changed that much, etc. This device has been known to be effective in that patient population. It's sort of like, are we going to be doing a study on ibuprofen again when we already know that it works? It would be great if we did, but if you can't, then you got to have ways to overcome that. Next is going to be patients heal fine without it. So depending on what your device is, it may be a product that patients don't need. Patients do heal without it. But if it's a product that is ancillary and it's a product that has a benefit to the patient population, there's clinical data to support it, you have to show that to the doctor, and you have to tell them in a way that is going to help them, a way that's going to help their patients, and you have to prove it to them in that way. Because the worst thing that can happen with a physician, especially a surgeon, is if they have complications where the patients don't heal. If you have a product, you have to prove to the doctor that whatever they are doing, they are going to get more benefit using you than going with somebody else. Another common objection is, I've done the same thing for years. So most physicians, surgeons, and other healthcare providers will get into a routine on the things that they do. This is completely normal. If they do things, get great results, there's really no reason to change anything that they're doing. But if you can provide that one piece of information that they will be willing to give you a shot, give you a case, purchase your thing one time, whenever they do that, you're going to have to prove to them and give them the most top-tier service that you ever can for that one patient, so that the next time that you can go back to the office, you can tell them all the things that you did, the best patient outcomes, etc. Because if they do decide to give you that one patient and you screw it up, you probably won't be getting a second. The last thing that is a common rejection for medical device reps is, it's more work for my staff. This is going to kill you, quite honestly. Like, if you have more work for the staff, the staff does not appreciate having to do any more work, especially if it only benefits you, the rep. So anything that you can do to appease that wait that the staff has to do, or make it a seamless experience for them, or maybe even, make it worthwhile for the staff to do for you, either by, getting them physician lunches, dropping in, other things, etc. That is going to be your best bet, because if you come in and you're talking to his staff that way, just demanding paperwork, demanding other things, you're not going to get a good reputation in that office, and you probably won't be there long. So that is the end of this video. I think in due time, I actually will start creating certain frameworks for getting past the gatekeeper, so to speak, more formalized course type material. That might be a while off from now, but I think I will be starting to do it. If you made it this far, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know if you think that, you would like a course like that. Just let me know down there in the comments. I'll see you next time.